T-Funk TV and subscribe.
That rebirth starting to take off. Y'all better catch it.
If it's too big, you gonna let it get by you. Now catch it while it's on the way up.
Subscribe, like, and share to the rebirth of T-Funk TV. Come on in my lives, man. Watch my videos. Dang. Hold on. Hey, yo. Hold on. Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, yo. Hey, mother. Yes. Back to the rebirth of T-Funk television. Yeah, this the Mr. Smoke something, drink something, coming right at you. Blue Veins, a.k.a. T-Funk, the Funk Doctor. Y'all jump on in here and let me take y'all on the journey, and I promise I won't leave you. Oh, y'all get on in here. We're going to do something special today, y'all. Like I said, from T-Funk TV, I had put up 1,000 videos. I got stories. I got prison stories, jail stories, and street stories forever for y'all. All these over here on the rebirth are new, and I'm going to be bringing all the old ones from T-Funk TV over here and redoing them for y'all and adding new ones in as I go. So I ain't going to never have to worry about going and doing reactions or nothing else. Y'all going to always get banging stories from me. Prison, jail, street story. So let's go. There's something new today, y'all. I've been having a lot of requests because, like I said, I do a lot of research on prison. Like in Georgia, Florida, a lot of other areas, they call it diagnostic when you first go to prison. You know, a lot of people call it receiving. Some people call it shipping and receiving. Here in North Carolina, we call it processing, y'all. We call it processing. And the thing about North Carolina, I'm going to break this down to you. Our highest custody level, which is close custody, you're going to be wearing brown jumpsuit, brown pants, brown shirt jackets. It used to be white t-shirts. They gray now. It's the same way in medium. But you're in North Carolina prison under a misdemeanor charge, you're going to have on green. Green pants, shirt, jacket, gray coat, and gray shirts. So, if you're in misdemeanor prison, you're going to go somewhere like News. There used to be Salisbury Camp 29 where you go process. I don't really know. I never processed in the green closed camp. But if you're in felony prison in North Carolina and you got 10 years and down, like I said, we give out our time in months. That'll probably be like, what, 1,000 months? 1,000 months and down. You're gonna process the Salisbury high-rise, close custody. It look like the Bank of America in Charlotte. They go straight up, and then they got the processing. The pumpkin patch around it. That's what we call it. Cause back in the day when I first went to prison, you was in orange jumpsuits. Not no more. You just got an orange patch on there. And if you got 10 years or better, you go into Raleigh Central Prison, where they hold the people that's waiting on. Yeah. Off-road. So look, y'all, let me take y'all on this journey because I can only tell y'all what I saw 2 times. So when you leave your county jail, because my first time going to prison, my county jail just drove me up to me and another dude, because they had to take this crazy dude to Dorothea Dix, our crazy house. But my second time, they took me to Lincoln. And there was all kind of different buses from Gaston, Charlotte, all kind of around. And all us loaded up from our county vans onto that bus. And they went down to the Lincoln prison camp, and they picked up whoever they had to pick up, and we went on the Salisbury high rise. I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. When you get to the high rise, y'all, you're going to ride in this thing. And this door goes, this big old, it's like you going into this big, y'all know what I'm talking about. This big old door just go down behind the bus. And that's when you know hey, that's the last stop, y'all. Both times I went to prison, when that bus rolled up in that thing and that great big metal door went down behind you, that's when I knew, yeah. And that's when they also start trying to control your brain and strip you from the streets. Because some people, that's their last stop seeing the streets. That's their last stop. Then he gonna take this little metal thing with a mirror on the bottom of it. And it's gonna be a dude, he gonna look up under the hood first. When he finished, that dude gonna go all the way around that bus real slow with that daggone mirror thing. He gonna go all the way around that bus to make sure ain't nobody up under it, ain't nobody trying to hold on. Just, yeah. And they can see all up under that bus. And then after they do that, they don't shackle our hands, they just shackle our feet. So then they go have this file. They go start calling names, and you getting off on the back of that bus. Then when you get off, you go into the Salisbury high rise. It's a door right there. Then they gonna have it's a little area over here where the young boys gonna go when they waiting on their bus to come and pick them up to take them out of there. I don't know why they let them come there sometimes. And then you gonna walk to this table, and this is where they start trying to strip your brain, man, and take your masculinity from you and make you feel like they own you. They gonna ask you, do you want to? Cause when you leave jail, you get put back in the clothes that you got locked back up on. So when you get to prison, you back in your street clothes. I don't give a fuck. If 5 years ago, when you leave that jail, they're gonna put you back in your street clothes. When you get to prison, he gonna ask you, do you want to donate these clothes you got on to the Department of Corrections? But they're gonna be talking shit. You ain't home with your mama, motherfucker. You want to donate these? Oh, loud shit. Do you want to donate these clothes to the Department of Corrections? Or do you want to send them home? And both times I sent mine home. You got to pay for it. I had rings and all kind of stuff, watches. So I had to make sure I write down on this yellow piece of paper. And then you send them home. They put it in a box and you send it home. You got to pay for the shit. But anyway, so after that, bro, I ain't going to lie, bro. They almost make you get, man, bro. It's almost degrading, y'all. For me to even have to tell you this, but you ain't got no other charge. But if you a real one, you gonna make sure you don't do this. You gonna make sure you don't do this, y'all. Boy, you got a line. Okay, it's gonna be a metal detector right there. And after everybody, bro, when you donate them clothes, bro, you gotta strip butt naked in front of everybody. Everybody that's in that little area gonna see all y'all getting booty butt naked. And then you're going to get in a straight line. A straight line like you in school. And your grown man penis almost going to be touching a man's buttocks. I make sure don't get close to me. Bruh, I be looking at people like, man, like, yeah, because we all naked. And then you got to walk through this thing, and it's a window. And this dude probably got a life sentence or 30, 40, 50 years, and this is his job. This is what he do. And you probably know because this man going to be able to tell you your size before you walk up there. And that's how much he done looked at bodies. Men bodies. And this the most degrading, mostly in North Carolina, because like I said, after that, dudes be riding along in the shower, bro. Processing, yeah, you going to be in there with dudes, bro. A lot of dudes, bro. But you keep your eyes straight. And do you and get on up out of there. Yeah, bro, I got a crazy story for y'all one day. It's nasty. About some crazy stuff, but I'm going to let it out one day up for y'all. So after you that go take your shower or whatever, y'all going to go in this little area, and it look like church pews. Yeah, it look like church pews. You're going to sit there. They're going to be calling people to come through, and you're going to have to take a whole bunch of blood work. Oh, that ain't the only time, because after you leave there and do them shots, You're going to have to go back there and see the nurse and take a tuberculosis and an AIDS test. This right here just a bunch of blood work. They're going to give you about 6, 7, 8 shots. Then they're going to take the whole scan of your hand. Yeah. Then you're going to go back in there and sit again. Then they're going to call you to talk to this case manager. Them motherfuckers going to insult you, ask you all kind of stupid questions. Have your mama ever touched you? Have your daddy? Did you see this? Did you see aliens? They're going to ask you all kind of weird, goofy, crazy questions now. Yeah. So after you do that, you're going to be in there for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? If you got a little bit of bread or something you don't snuck with you, or something valuable, you know, the little dude who work in the area, like me, I had a couple bucks with me. So I bought me some that because I had sold my canteen in the county. And my man had snuck like $15 in there, $3 $5 bills. And I snuck it to prison with me. When we kept passing it, till I got it back. Like when they searched me and did me, I passed it off to my man. He passed it off till we got it up in there. And when we got it up there, the worker, I told him I had some money. I wanted to buy some cigarettes from him, and he came through there and grabbed it. You know, they don't fool with the dudes who work there. So when they got back there, I gave him $5. He gave me $5 worth of cigarettes, and I took my 10. Yeah. And went in that daggum bathroom and fired up a real deal cigarette. That's what they call in prison, a whole long one. And man, I felt like Misco, and I got the hook up too. But bro, my head was spinning like crazy, bro. I've been in the county. I ain't smoked no real cigarette. This was a real Cadillac. Yeah, and it was $1 a piece. Back then, this was in 99. I'll let y'all know about my first process. Well, I'm really mixing both of them because I done been through that shit twice. You know. But yeah. So after that, you know, they're going to give you this big old white mat. Thick. Like almost a mattress. You're going to get your bag. You're going to take that walk. You're going to take that long walk through the goddamn high rise. See, back when I went, we was going back there in J208, the pumpkin patch. Now they said they done switched it. You go up in the building, then you ship out from there. And then once you start getting back there, you know, your day is scheduled. But they're going to have you going to the dentist. They're going to have you going, you got to go take an IQ test. You got to go meet with the STG man and see if you got tattoos on you. Like, my first time in there, I stayed there like a month and a half. My second time, man, I was there like a week. They got me up out of there quick because I guess I had a number. I done been to prison. Yeah, and I seen the difference. I was there about 8, 9 days. They got me up out of there. My first time, man, it took forever for me to process, and I was cool with it. Because Salisbury High Rise sweet. If you ain't got no job, you just sitting around there. If you processing and you finish your process, you just sitting there waiting on the damn bus to come and get you, to take you to your assigned camp. You're going to go to Sandy Ridge, like Petey Pablo said. Brown's over here, Green's over here. Transfer off of that from Sandy Ridge, and then you're going to leave there and go straight to your assigned camp. Unless they do you like they did my second bid, they took us straight to Hoke. Because I guess it was so far. Way almost out there Fayetteville. Like, we had hours to drive. Like, where you don't see no red dirt at, where you see sand growing, the grass growing out of sand. Yeah. And I'm from Shelby, North Carolina, way down here by Charlotte. I was about 6 or 7 hours away from home, y'all. They got rid of me. But yeah, we don't have to go through no quarantine and all that and our processing or none of that, bro. They're going to get you in there, get you through them nurses, get you through them doctors, get you to watch them daggum TV shows. Because, yeah, they're going to show you this show about Magic Johnson. You go watch a couple shows. You go watch the show about Magic Johnson, where he go to this prison and do talking about how you can contract stuff and stuff. And then they're going to let you watch this show about safety, about how you can be, your body parts can be took from you if you take stuff and don't have money to pay it back. Yeah, you're going to watch a couple videos. Like, every day. You got a card. They're going to call you out to do different little stuff till your stuff done. And when your stuff done, back in my day, pardon me, y'all. Got a little cold. Back in my day, they used to, after you finish in the back, they'll send you up in the building and you just be waiting on the ship out. up in the high rise. But now, you know, I got a son that did almost 9 years, and he say you go up in the building first and come out through the back down there now, the process. He just missed, his minimum was 7, his max was 9. He just missed processing at Raleigh Central Prison. But Salisbury High Rise, close custody too, you don't get number 2 phone calls a month. Like, you got people that's really down there doing assigned time there, and that's their assigned count. They got life sentences that ain't never going home. Because I went in 99, and I went back in 2009, and it was this dude, this Indian dude that was real close. You know, he was Christian, you know, one of them Christians or whatever. He had to have a life sentence. He was still there. I seen a few people that was still there. Wait till I tell y'all a story about Jelly Roll. Yeah, I got a bunch of stories for y'all, man, that I ain't let out on T-Funk TV or I ain't let out yet. So, y'all, I got a bunch of them, and they just come to me while I get to thinking about it. But, yeah, when you in North Carolina processing, after you take your AIDS test, your tuberculosis test, you go to the dentist, you go to that class and do your, now in between all of this, you're going to be going to child, and you're going to have time to go out on the yard, but it's just going to be different people that's going to be getting called out. You're going to be getting called out to go do different stuff. And different buses going to be shipping in. So while you doing this, it's going to be new inmates coming in while you going and going out. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you going to go to the dentist. You're going to go in front of the STG man. They're going to show you stuff about gangs. They're going to talk to you about gangs. They're going to check your whole body to see if you got gang, you know what I'm saying, tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Then you going to, every day you're going to be doing 2 or 3 things. It take about a week, y'all. Take about a week because they're going to give you the results. Back then when I first went to prison, that's the difference though. In processing, you ain't have to get the results of your AIDS test. Now, they're going to tell you regardless. They're going to give you the results of tuberculosis or AIDS. You gotta know now. And yeah, you see that dude walk out of that building with his head down. You know what time it is, bro. They done told him something he didn't want to hear. And I don't like seeing that because all praise to the Most High. I walked out of there 2 times with my head high. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. All praises to the Most High. But yeah, we call it processing in North Carolina. You're going to go to Salisbury High Rise, Raleigh Central Prison. And like I said, you're going to go through a whole bunch of stuff about your body. You're going to talk to these case managers. You're going to talk to the school teacher. She going to give you a long IQ test to see where your brain at. And when that week up, you just going to be sitting around, man. And you're going to be seeing new people coming in and new people shipping out. And some people might stay there. They might, people be wanting to get their time and do it there. Some people might have enough time where they keep them there. But most of them going to be getting on them buses. They shipping you out, waiting on the bed for you to open. And then you're going to go to your first assigned camp. And that's where you're going to be at until they ship you somewhere else. Or it is what it is. But when you leave your processing in North Carolina, that's when you go to your assigned camp. They don't give you no 2-year prison to teach you how to learn prison. None of that, bro. When you go to North Carolina prison, you're going through processing, Sandy Ridge, and you shipping out, and that's it. You got to learn it on the fly, bro. I guess they look at it, you shouldn't have went to prison, bro. You going to learn it on the fly. But y'all, this done been another rebirth for T-Funk Television. Y'all make sure first thing you do when you watch my videos, hit that sub, man. Hit that sub. Then subscribe, like, comment, share. Do all that. Peace and love. I'm out. Gang.